We all know it. Getting our steps in is good for our health. However, in a world where we spend more and more time sitting down, getting in a good amount of steps proves to be quite difficult. I'm no different. I spend hours upon hours a day behind my laptop, partly because I'm a video editor and partly because I'm quite addicted to watching YouTube videos. In addition, my slightly damaged body doesn't always want to help with an active lifestyle. Because I want to keep improving my health, in this video I challenge myself to walk 5,000 steps every day for 7 days. Now I hear you thinking 5,000 steps isn't that much. That's true, but for someone like me with all the physical issues I have, 5,000 steps is quite a lot. The rules. The challenge is to walk 5,000 steps every day for the next 7 days. If I miss a day, I will have to continue the challenge for an additional 2 days to make up for it. The 5,000 steps must be reached before midnight. If I would reach step 5,000 a minute after 12 PM, it doesn't count. The execution. Day 1. For day 1, I decided to finally really try out Pokemon Go. I know, I'm a few years late. I went on a walk, caught some Pokemon, froze my butt off, and at night I realized I hadn't even reached the 5,000 steps yet. So I went with the most logical option, pacing around my room like a maniac that made even my cat think I've absolutely lost my mind. Day 2. On day 2, I knew I had to mostly rely on getting my steps in at my other job as an education assistant of sorts, and the job didn't disappoint. I spent the whole day walking around the school, so I had my steps covered. Day 3. On day 3, I didn't feel like walking around the neighborhood again, so I paid a visit to the gym. Lifted some weights and did a little over 25 minutes on the treadmill. I really hope you can appreciate the shaky and grainy footage of me walking on the treadmill. Day 4. On day 4, the weather decided to be a bit more forgiving, so I went out for a nice walk. I ended up walking for about 26 minutes, and the rest of the day I regularly paced around my room for a little while to get in enough steps. On day 5, my knees were hurting quite a bit, and I kind of made peace with the fact that I wasn't going to be able to get my steps in that day. However, late in the afternoon, my knees started to feel better, and because of that, I ended up getting in my 5,000 steps anyway. On day 6, my knees hurt even worse, but because it was almost the end of the challenge, I decided to push through. And that ended up being a big mistake. My knees hurt even worse after going for a walk, and little did I know that they would continue hurting for about 2 weeks. By some miracle, I ended up reaching the 5,000 steps on day 6, but I also decided that I wouldn't even try to hit the goal of 5,000 steps on day 7, because day 7 would be Christmas Eve, and there was no way I was going to risk my knees starting to hurt even worse during Christmas, which could very well result in me not even being able to walk. So unfortunately, this challenge ended a little prematurely, but in the end, no challenge is worth that much pain, and I am really glad that I decided not to push through for another day, because as I said, even as is, it still ended up hurting for a little bit less than 2 weeks, and that was no fun. For future videos, I intend to do more of these small 7-day challenges. If you have any suggestions on which challenges I should do, leave them in the comments down below. And with that being said, I hope to see you in the next video.